All right, well, we're going to start the recording. Thanks, Liam. Appreciate you. Okay, hello, everyone. How y'all be?
Good.
Got some friendly, familiar faces. Miss Judy Wolf. Tekla, which was also the name of my first babysitter. That's always kind of confusing for me. And Maria.
Hi.
Welcome to the intro to Your Body, Your Primary Life Partner. I've done this call a few times over the years, and the reason it actually generated itself as a call, as a possibility for people was there was this acknowledgement that everyone was trying to create their futures in their lives from literally the foundation of this reality, because it's the only thing we really know about, and there's different iterations of that foundation, which basically came down to 5 different things. We're creating it from power, money, sex, relationship, or spirituality. Right? So look back into your lives and acknowledge any places where you actually created it from a different foundation. Other than that, but most of the globe was actually creating from those. Relationship is also a cover for love. So one distractor implant under the other. How funny is that? So we are going to be talking about feelings and distractor implants and all this fun stuff that keeps us from being in communion with our bodies, and also from receiving the amazing contribution our bodies can be to us beings. I feel like how about we start with an exercise here. I think on the last call, we called it a sexercise just because everybody was like, exercise. Oh my God, that sounds so boring. So we're going to call this one a sexercise just to get everybody lit up and going. All right. Okay. More smiles. All right. Good. Okay. There we go. And no, I don't want to have sex, but we'll talk more about bodies and sex here in the next few moments. So if everybody can just close your eyes and relax, take a deep breath. Breathe in the body you came here to have, my friends. And let it know you're on this call because you're going to have X, Y, and Z with it. Fill in the blanks what your X, Y, and Z is. And if you can expand out to the edge of your current awareness. And from there, can you expand back in an inclusive to your body and include your body in your awareness? Wasn't that cool? That was awesome. Somebody's music just started. Or their phone went off. And what happened? Let's start there. So what happened when that happened for you? Anybody can speak up. Was there a change in your relationship with your body when you heard that?
Yeah, sorry, that was me. Sorry, I should have been muted. I just came right back in.
Oh, right. Okay, that's beautiful. Thank you, Judy, for that. What do they call them? Unhappy accidents or appropriate inconsiderations for life. So our phone goes off, and I think everyone had the same sort of experience. They immediately collapsed right back in. Collapsed. Crunch, squished. I had to shove all your awareness inside of your skin bag. That's always a fun one. People love that word, skin bag. Everybody's got their own skin bag, by the way. So just please acknowledge your skin bag. a place where you keep all of your parts, all your bones, all your muscles, all of your organs. And it's also one of the primary judgments for having a correct body on this planet. Your skin, your vitality. And as those start to change, how many more judgments do we actually start impelling upon ourselves because we're just copying everyone else's impelled judgments? Like millions or just a few?
Godzillions.
Godzillions, right? Okay. So would bodies ever try to, would a body on its own try to actually stop energy from entering it or passing through it? No. Yeah, body's just an interesting configuration of, well, dirt. You know, bodies are created from the planet. They are literally an extension of the planet we live on. How many points of view have we created our bodies as that completely disavows and disacknowledges and misinterprets that our bodies are the earth? And everything that comes up around that, can we just throw in 8 times a Godzillion?
Yes.
Good, bad, right or wrong, pocket pod, all night. Shorts, boys and beyonds. Let's run that one a couple more times.
Yeah, can you say it again? Because I didn't hear anything. You went like...
Yeah. Well, what's right about that? Yeah. So how many judgments and conclusions have we used as a culture of beings with bodies to totally disacknowledge, disavow, and misinform ourselves that our bodies are not the earth? And everything that comes up around that can create. Good.
Yes.
Right around pocket pod, all night, shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow, that was a juicy one, eh? So I've got a question. Where did your body come from?
The earth?
That's the right answer. What comes up for you? Right, that's the right answer because I already gave you the answer before the question. So what points of view do you have about where did your body come from? You know, we usually say what? We say our parents. Body came from our parents. Well, where did our parents, where did those bodies come from? Right, do our bodies completely create themselves from the energy of the planet they live on? They're kind of like subsidized by the energy of the planet. You think about a bird, where did it come from? Yeah, it was literally hewn from the molecules of the planet. But we look at our body and being and we're like, oh no, I'm something else. I'm from a faraway galaxy. Well, that could be true also, but your body happens to have originated here. So how much communion with Earth does that stop us from having those points of view that our body isn't from the Earth? Heaps.
Cool.
Yeah, right. Everybody can have a nice little shift there in their awareness. So everything that comes up around that, can we just run it times? That's it.
Yes.
Good, bad, right or wrong, pocket pod, all night, shorts, boys and beyonds. The thoughts, feelings, and emotions piece that's been coming up a lot lately in my world, and how it's fueled by the distractors of this reality, is quite appropriate to this body being connection, this place where if we acknowledge that one of the primary reasons we're even on Earth was to have a body, how would that change the way we would relate to everything around our bodies? Gigantic, right? Yeah. So everything that brings up can we just try and create times of it.
It would be closer to oneness, hey? Or it could be.
It could be. Everything that is destroyed on create times a Godzillion. Good, bad, right or wrong, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys. And that's the point, Judy. So let's look at oneness. How much resistance do we have as a culture against the word oneness? A lot or a little?
A lot.
Right. And so can we destroy the word oneness and everything it has been projected to be so we can see actually what's there?
Yep.
That's essential.
Or destroy the word culture.
All right. Let's destroy the word cultural one.
Fuck the culture.
Woohoo!
Good, bad, right or wrong, pocket pod, all 9 shorts, boys. And beyond, so go. Holy hell. Very, very good of interview around that too. Wow. So in oneness, the common points of view are that everybody's like, oh yeah, that's what I want to target because it's the right thing to say. And in the background, when we say oneness, what's the first thing that comes up for you?
Fuck that.
What about you, Tekla? Being one and indivisible with everyone around you. Right. Is that a language translation piece? Yeah. So being one and indivisible with everyone around you, oh my God, who would like some more thoughts, feelings, and emotions around you? Oh my God, I'd like to be one with you and know all of your worst fears, and all of your most terrible feelings, and all of your most absolutely crazed emotions, and your sinister thoughts. Not so much.
How would that be any different than it is?
Just take whatever is going on for you, time Godzillion.
Now, there is oneness and sameness, as in, like, I feel I have a mix of that. Every time that I hear oneness is exactly what you said, like, oh, I need to be feeling what everybody else around me is feeling, or I need to be doing exactly the same thing that everybody else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
So to some degree, because of my culture, like I have bought that oneness and sameness are like interchangeable words.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, how much, and on that, how much does the globe absolutely resist oneness due to the fact that that means they will lose their individuality?
Yeah, a lot.
Right. And individuality or personal space is where you have barriers so that you can stop receiving.
What?
Everything that brings up and create times God said.
Yes.
Good, bad, right or wrong. Talk about all 9 shorts, point yes.
I got it. Oneness for me, it's be connected.
Being connected.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. Being connected. Well, let's start there, and also start to go with stepping into how all this actually can provide change with space between us as a being, space we created between us as a being, and this body that is hosting us, this body that we have come down and invited and manipulated 2 people to create for us so that we can actually have it as a tool, as our medium to experience Earth in a very, very bodish fashion. But that was kind of poetic, huh? Yeah. Waxing and waning poetic. Okay. Who has like gotten up in the morning first time in the morning, and they find that their entire reality seems just like heaped in, oh my God, emotions and thoughts and feelings
That aren't ours.
that are not Judy's or ours. Yes, correct.
Well, they're none of ours. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We're just aware of them.
And we're expanded out through the night, to however far you allow your your awareness to expand out. And there's a place when you come back and you contract all in, that everything you find was perhaps not what you would have done if you had been more aware with your body while you were out and about in your sleep space. So,
so do we actually, like, does our consciousness or our whatever leave our body sort of when we sleep?
Can you say that again?
Because I was just reading, does our do we leave our bodies, kind of, our being leave our bodies when we sleep? Because I was just reading something about that in Foundation.
Yeah. Well, does your being leave your body? And this question is for everyone. Does your being leave your body when you sleep?
Most of the times, yeah.
It does?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. We'll leave that as a question for the moment and see what that generates. I am always aware of my body. So there's always a part of me that's here, because you actually left your body while you were sleeping, your body would more than likely die, because kind of stepping into the next piece. So everything that comes up around that, and everywhere where it seems like there's misinformation or missing information, can we destroy and uncreate all that? And good, bad, right, talk and pod, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And can we all say 3 times, can I have all the information, please, for me and my body?
Can I have all the information that's relevant for me and my body?
Can I have all the information for me and my body? Can I have all the information for me and my body? And just create everything that doesn't allow that. Good, bad, right or wrong, talk and pod, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So each of us has such a unique communion relationship, whatever word suits you, with our bodies, that's truly genuine because of the beings we are and the circumstances we chose to actually know about in our lives before we actually started our lives. So like, as a being, you usually can see everything that's the most likely possible future that's going to have 20 years into your body before you're even born. So can you acknowledge that everything you chose was pretty much yours?
What?
That it was our choice.
That it was our choice.
Okay, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. So
awesome.
Coming into your bodies and creating this life, you could see about 20 years into most likely choices that you would make if there was no choices going on. You're just following the flow, if you would. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Without access tools, that's probably a better way to put it. Without consciousness embedded and you actually growing it, and nurturing that space. That is where, how cool would it be? Oh, this is one of my other favorite exercises. I just remembered. Okay, cool. All right. Can everybody move your awareness out to 50,000 miles outside the earth, wherever that looks like to you, and just acknowledge your body from there. Hanging out in space. You don't need a spacesuit. Don't worry. You're a being. Beings don't breathe. Okay? And now, would you just zoom in and drop right into your body? And let's pretend it's the first time you've ever been with this body. Just got dropped right in. Nothing. You have no data. You have no information. You're flooded with the world around you. How magnificent is this moment that you have no definition of everything going on around you? Isn't it fresh and new?
Pretty exciting.
Yeah. So that's kind of the space of that you can actually have if you choose it. So if you were willing to choose that 10 seconds by 10 seconds, how much easier, more playful, more joyful, more interactive with each other from that interesting point of view. Do you guys know it's okay to have your own points of view for you. If they work for you, might as well just keep them. And
Really?
I know. I had a couple. Everything that is, can we destroy?
Yeah.
Good, bad, right or wrong, pocket pot, all nine shorts, boys and girls. Look, there's this little short guy under the table. Yeah. So, there's a clearing that's kind of surfacing here around this. Yes. So what have you made vital, valuable, and real to always define your body as a different energy than you be as a being? And everything that comes up around that, can we destroy and uncreate times a godzillion?
Yeah.
Good, bad, right or wrong, pocket pod, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds.
Tekla, your face went amazing when he said that clearing. It was like, wow.
Sure. Yeah, Tekla, you have an amazing face, I must say. You should keep it. That's the face of your body. How cool is that? How many times have you like seen yourself in the mirror when you're truly in a state of not judging your body, and you actually get to really commune with you for a second? And how long does that actually last before all these other things start to shift? Which
Not very long.
Yeah. Often it's not too long before, if you're to stand in the mirror. I'm going to give a great example. So Maria and I were roommates for like 3-4 months here in Denver. And then I've been abroad for about 5 weeks. And just coming back, and as I was approaching the city, as I was approaching the apartment, I walked in. As soon as I got in the apartment, I realized all these judgments that I'd created just by being aware and trying to conclude as soon as I was there. I walked into my bathroom for the first time, and I was not the person that I acknowledged I was for the last 5 weeks. I looked twisted and torn, and I was just like, what is that about? No, it wasn't the lighting. And sorry, there must have been a ghost in my head that said that. And when I walked in, I was like, oh my God, I forgot to destroy and uncreate my judgments of everything every day, just like a relationship. And so I spent 10 minutes in the bathroom, pocket potting the mirror, pocket potting in the bathroom and the house, everything that I'd concluded about Maria's house, her apartment. And, it took a little bit, but after that, all of a sudden, the space I was on the trip was back. So what have we made vital, valuable, and real? That was a true story, by the way. What have we made vital, valuable, and real about always continuing to judge our body about X, Y, and Z and pretend that it's not actually creating our body in the future? Everything that is, can we destroy and uncreate times godzillion?
Yes.
Good, bad, right or wrong? Pocket pod, all the shorts, boys and youngs. What have we made vital, valuable, and real about judging our body and pretending it's actually a unchangeable solidity that we're aware of? Everything that is, can we destroy and uncreate times godzillion?
Yes.
Good, bad, right or wrong, pocket pod, all the shorts, boys and girls. Wow. There are a lot of times here. I swear we're getting to the content of the call here in a minute.
You mean we haven't got there yet?
Well, yes and no. And how much better does it get? Yeah. So judgment is actually a way to create something that stays, that holds its form. And can you remember any time in your life where you weren't seeking some form or a form of something, a form of money, a form of caring, a form of being, a form from the IRS, something like any of that? I feel like a couple of people laughing on that one, but My rest isn't as funny as I had hoped. As you're looking for that form, which is not a wrongness, there's always a place to have a form. I mean, you can't really till a farmer's field without the form of a tractor in it, right? So there's a place, but what if you were to pod and pock your tractor every day about everything you've decided about it, even if it was the things that you decided were good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or your home.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure. Yeah.
I can't do pod and pocking. Like, it just really doesn't get me anywhere. Okay. It's like I could spend 24 hours, 7 days a week pod and pocking, and really
it's not changing.
It doesn't change much. But if I do conscious awareness, I can't have a point of view. So how can I bring that back into my body or include my body? Or do you have any tips on that? Because if I'm doing conscious awareness, I'm just expanding out, and it's not static. It's always changing. It's always getting greater. But I'm not sure that I'm including my body in that. I would like to really include my body.
So is your question about including your body, or is your more about?
I want to use that tool to unlock my body, unsolidify my body.
Okay.
Rather than pod and pocking, because pod and pocking doesn't really. It's kind of like digging a hole with a teaspoon.
Huh.
To me.
Sure. Let's start with just what is this, Judy? And what can you do with it that's incredibly easy? And here's a good question. Can you change this? And what would you have to choose for this to change with ease for you? And everything that comes up around that, can we destroy in our crate? Can I have pocket pound? Is that okay? No, is it okay if I still use it?
Maybe you're way better at it than me. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just, guys, we do things over and over and over until we're insane. Yeah, so I guess my question is, is that your point of view about POC and POD, or does it belong to another being?
I think it's just a knowing that there's a faster way, and there's maybe it's just mine, maybe it's just me, and none of you guys can do it. But I know that there's something that's a lot faster.
Okay. Well, maybe I have a knowing then. Yeah, well, every individual that comes to every class, I mean, I acknowledge Gary Douglas does his classes for reasons, but one of them is there's tremendous amount of awareness that other people know due to their unique beings that he doesn't have. And people coming into those classes is actually the gift you can be to contribute to total consciousness. What did you call it, Judy? Did you call it conscious
awareness? Conscious awareness.
Conscious awareness. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your mouth's moving, but I think you have your microphone muted.
Sorry.
No problem.
Can't read my lips. Conscious awareness.
Yes.
Sorry.
There we go. We love your voice. It's generated by this cool thing called your vocal cords, and they go like this in your throat. It's kind of not like a seal. It looks a little sealish, but you guys get where I'm going with that. Okay, I'm going to put my hands down. And we do love your voice. Is what I'm saying.
Can I say something? Actually, the faster way that you are talking about, and somebody just sent a text about it, is choice. You can stay poke and potting for freaking ever. It can take you 500 years, and you will still find something to poke and pot. or you can move beyond that and take action will be choice.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, so bars.
So,
choice.
I mean, you can puck and putt, but if you don't choose anything, it really doesn't get you anywhere.
Mm-hmm. So Jude, you had talked a little bit, you'd said also there's something that you wanted to have more of with your body. Can you speak more to that? In your...
I just want to make it less solid, like less solid with everybody else's judgment of it and mine and all that. All the DJCC pissers that are stuck in it.
It's okay. Well, there's an interesting thing. Let's ask a question here about the entities with bodies and entities without bodies who have had bodies ratio. Is that a mouthful or what? Does everybody get that? So entities who are actually communing with a body on our planet. And then let's talk about entities who have communed with the body but are not currently. So is the ratio more than 100 to 1 or less? Go with light or heavy.
Are you talking?
Yeah.
Are you talking about entities with bodies and entities without bodies? That ratio?
Without bodies that actually have bodies. That they actually come in and have a body every once in a while. Because there's godzillions of entities on the planet who never inhabit human bodies. It's almost like a TT.
Okay. And then, can you be more clear? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure. Let's go with what you said. Entities with bodies and without bodies, and we'll start there. And all the awareness and unawareness that you're aware of, how much of that is actually the depth of that question? A lot or a little? Everything that brings up, can we destroy and uncreate? Times a godzillion. Good, bad, right or wrong, pock and pod, all nine shorts, boys and nuts. So it's something Shannon said where, years back when I was in one of her classes, and she was talking about, and disembodied entities their primary tools on planet Earth are thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and they don't even have bodies. That's how they get you to think what you're thinking, feel what you're feeling, and emote what you're emoting with, and the emotions. Wow. Fucking something just totally
changed.
Oh. So everything that is, can we destroy and uncreate times a godzillion? Wow. I don't even know what that was. How cool is that? Good, bad, right or wrong, pocket pod, all nine. Did you say something, Tekla? Okay. How cool is that? Yeah, exactly. And I want to acknowledge what Maria was saying about choice. To come back to your question also, is choice is the trump card for bars, is the trump card for the clearing statement, is trump card for everything. And it's probably the most resisted thing to do on this planet for humanoids, because that means we would have to leave all the people who are not choosing consciousness behind if we were consciously choosing. Because they're choosing one thing, and that's enough. Does that make sense? I see some blank stares. Random magnitude. This is good. Okay, so a little story about humanoids and humans. Both inhabit the same body types. There's this earth-generated body here called the human body, for lack of a better term. And as you come into it as a humanoid, you completely write its being, you create its being in a totally different way than if you were to come in as a human. The humans are all judging everything around them to hold them in place. Why is that? Because they do not believe that they have that capacity to create from within. They must create from without. Humanoids are the other way around. They know everything is possible, right? Everything's possible. And then they go into question when they need something to be created. So what have we made vital, valuable, and real about never desiring, requiring, or questioning what would it be like to know the difference between humans and humanoids? Everything that brings up, can we destroy and uncreate times a godzillion?
Yeah.
Good, bad, right or wrong, shorts, boys and men. Oh, Judy, I just saw you had a question on there. DJC sees that we have, that our bodies are not the earth. Did I say that correctly?
It isn't really a question. It's something that you said. I just put it in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Do you have more questions on that, or that was just got it for notation's sake? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like typing.
Oh, that's cool. My body likes to type also. It's kind of interesting. Gliding across the it really is cool. So, with all of these entities that I was kind of hinting to when we just asked that non-understandable question, which actually about entities with bodies, entities without bodies, I think that's probably going to have to be left for a different class. But I think it also just created a whole bunch of space awareness for me about what that other class is, how to be with your body, with entities, and so forth. So with that,
I don't know. You talk about this lots. Like I've been on several calls with you, and you always bring it up, and you skirt around it all the time.
Uh-huh.
And I'm tired of that. I'd like to know what you're skirting around, because if that's possible.
You'd like to know what?
If that would be possible, Matt.
Sure. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you for that question. Yeah. So what I'm skirting around here, what we can actually, would everybody like to change something with this subject as far as
Yeah.
Okay. How much, what have we made vital, valuable, and real about never knowing, about never acknowledging the manipulative and malicious nature of entities who want to get into our bodies but don't want one of their own? And everything that brings up, can we destroy and uncreate times a godzillion?
Yes.
They want to get into our bodies, but want to what?
They don't.
I never got that.
Yeah, they don't want one of their own.
Okay, cool.
Just want to fuck with your shit. And everything that brings up. Okay, let's reframe this one. What have we made?
Hey, be clear. I love it. Be fucking clear. I love it. Be clear. I love it.
We made vital, valuable, and real about never acknowledging the true relationship that entities have with bodies who don't care to have their own bodies. And everything that brings up, can we destroy and uncreate times a godzillion? Rick, and you're
Yeah.
good, bad, right or wrong, pocket pod, all nine. Short.
Cool.
Yeah. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be malicious, but from my experience, I don't think there's a lot of beings, entities, that have had a really great experience in the last 5 trillion years. Very beautiful.
Really? Yeah, right. Okay.
And
cool.
So many of us are taking that so personally that we'll never have this communion with our bodies, because we're just like, I've got this cacophony instead of a symphony of entities talking about how horrible this has been and how much more horrible can it get is what they're saying, but they don't actually acknowledge that. So does that change something or like clear up things?
Yeah, I love it. It's you're not talking riddles. It's good.
Yep. Oh, you
appreciate it.
Riddleify things? Oh boy, I would. Yeah.
Sorry.
I can do that. Just needed someone to ask a question.
So, what would it take for us to be aware of that and have choice with that. Because the way that I see it is, it is all this manipulation and all this thing happening here, right? Mm-hmm. But to some degree, we have but the point of view that we cannot change it. So we just have to like be the, you know, like the puppet of everything, and we are not in choice with it. If you want to play with it out of choice, I don't mind it. But I don't like the idea to be controlled by that in that way.
Or barrier up so that
exactly,
nobody gets in.
Exactly. That's the other extreme of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great question. So the question I was hearing in the first part of your sentence was, what would it take to be the effect of that manipulation? Well, if you decide something is right or wrong and you're not willing to change your point of view on it, can anything change?
No.
Okay.
So, I just want to have choice with it.
So have you decided that manipulation is wrong? Truth.
Of course.
Yeah.
Isn't it that a cultural thing too?
Well, I hear cultural come from you quite a bit, but I'm
of course
you're bigger than the culture you buy into, but you don't want to be. But let's bring it back to the original question, because that was very salient. And that question is, what if you have decided that manipulation is wrong? Will you ever actually be able to manipulate something? Would you ever choose to manipulate something if you've decided it's wrong?
No.
No, you wouldn't. So pretty much that's a no change universe point. That's a no change possibility in your universe. And there's something similar to what you were talking about, Judy, about the back and pod thing to this energetically. So I'm not sure, but we're gonna see how far we can go with it. So if you are willing to acknowledge what manipulation is, aside from the agenda behind it, what would that change for your future? Would you be more willing to control, manipulate, or do anything that's required, or less willing?
More willing.
More willing. Okay. There we go. So manipulation. So body's primary job is to manipulate you all day long. And how does it do that? It gives you its visceral sensations. Visceral means the organs, okay? And they're a non-feeling, non-emotional, non-thought-driven sensory awareness that bodies only have, that you don't have as a being. It's totally unique. It's fantastic. The experience of joy is a great example, because joy is different than happiness, totally different than happiness. Joy is that state you can be as a being on your own, and a body can be as a body on its own when it has no points of view that is blocking. And so back to the body visceral piece, or the viscerality of bodies, they are constantly manipulating the being by presenting it with the sensations and the sensorial information of how it receives this reality. Okay, so that's a manipulation. Let's do an exercise on manipulation. Would you guys like to manipulate something?
Yeah.
Okay, so close your eyes and take a deep breath and exhale. Okay, did the atmosphere resist your manipulation as you stripped all the oxygen out of its gaseous combination and ejected carbon monoxide? You totally manipulated the molecules without asking it if it was okay. That's the simplest form of manipulation. So if you were to be no point of view about manipulation as an ability to commune and change space and molecules, how much easier would your future be? Oh, fuck. If you had no point of view about control, manipulation, or anything, if you were iPod about everything going around you, would any of it actually hit ground with you? Oh, everything that brings up for 8 times a Godzilla.
Yes.
Good, bad, right or wrong, POC and pod, all 9 shorts, boys and men. If you were totally iPod about every interesting point of view about everything around you, would any of it actually have any effect on you?
No.
Nothing would be solid.
Well, would the bodies... That's, you know what? I have had that point of view too. Would the bodies just...
And I don't mind that.
Would the bodies all of a sudden be like expand out all the way to Mars in all directions and all their molecules just separate and fall apart? Or not?
Maybe.
The way that I see it is we won't solidify everything that we see around in our bodies. Like if somebody comes and tells me that I'm fat, I'll be like, okay, great. I mean, that's the point of view. I don't have to actually get fat to prove that I am fat.
Sure. So can you imagine, thank you for that, Judy. That was actually a piece of information I was looking for. So if a body, let's say bodies on planet Earth didn't need a being. They were more like a herd of horses.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, totally.
Like so yummy, like so present.
Yeah. And my experience of them and my receiving them is they are that way when I'm as little point of view as I can be about them. So if that was the case, would they stop having form and function, or would they do something else? They
Do
would,
something else?
yeah, they'd just be a lot easier. They'd probably live to be 3,000 years old. They'd have a lot less density. Because there'd be so much more space. So bodies, if you're willing to commune with them and hear the way they like to operate, they're always asking for, can I have some more space, can I have some more space, can I have some more space inside my skin bag and around me. How cool is that? I love skin bags. I'm so glad I have one of my own. Okay. Everything that brings up, can we just...
Yeah.
Good, bad, right or wrong, POC and pod, all 9 shorts, boys. What if...
How does that...
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, please.
So how do you bring that in? Okay, so being willing to manipulate and be manipulated, right? Okay, so how does that work with all of the malicious entities?
Sure. Well, are you the only person that has a point of view on the planet about something?
Well, heavens no.
Yeah, right. Everyone has heaps of points of view on the planet. So that's where balance comes in. And if it's something I started recently was I demanded I'm going to do interesting point of view for 6 months. And probably just work through all the 10 commandments. Judy, this might be something that kind of addresses the talking about thing that I got. And as I'm doing it, literally, so let me give you an example. Yesterday, I'm out taking care of some errands and so forth, and I get to this place and there's a huge line. There's like 20 people in line, and I immediately go to my conclusion, and I'm like, ugh. And then it was like, oh, and my body was aching, and then I wasn't even sure if my body was aching before it started or whatever. But then I did interesting point of view about 10 times, and my body lightened up. All the pains, they just disappeared. And I was in and out of that line in like 3 minutes. How?
Cool.
That's a great example of how that never comes into play if you can choose that interesting point of view.
Right, because you made everything less solid, so change could happen.
You as
I got it.
With no point of view about the manipulative capacity and possibility of you as a being.
Okay, cool.
And you're no point
so
of view.
IPOV with the malicious IPOV, that's, or the malicious beings, that's sort of an IPOV too, really.
Yeah, it is, truly.
Right.
Yeah. Things that I like to do, like I'm getting ready to get a new home base somewhere. And I'm like, if I had no point of view and wasn't listening to the entire world's clamoring that they have to be in the ocean and it has to be 65 degrees and wonderful all the time, and that's the ideal way to have a place to live, what would I choose? How would that look? You know, maybe I'd be holed up in a log cabin shack on the side of a mountain somewhere. Who knows? Or maybe I'd be out in the middle of the desert, you know, evaporating. Been doing it for 40 years. Might as well put some more, right? No, that's not a question. And including your body in that conversation, soliciting your body, inviting your body to let you know, for you to let your body know that you're listening. No different than a puppy dog for the first time. I get you want to play. I'm totally listening to you. I'm not going to shush you down. Okay, what do you need to do? As that, you know, that puppy's like pretty much licked every inch of your leg in 30 seconds. It's like going, it's going. If you would acknowledge the point of view your body has that it knows will generate more for you two as a couple. Isn't that fun to say? Oh, everybody's finally in a couple. Conscious coupling means.
Aww. Aww.
Yeah.
Aww. My body loves me.
Yeah.
That means that when we are in a relationship with somebody else, we have a threesome because it's you, your body, and it's a foursome. You, your body, the other person being in the other person's body. How cool is that? Plus their entities. Woohoo!
Yeah. I think Maria just went to a series set of calls or something. That was awesome.
I know.
Albana, did you have any questions? I see you're on mute there.
Yeah, actually, there's been a question. You said that joy and happiness are different energies. Did I get that right?
Sure.
Can you talk more about that one? That's very interesting and new to me. Thank you.
Well, let's, okay, so I'm going to bring up the energy of happiness in this hand and the energy of joy, and I'm going to ask for them to be there. Don't worry about left or right. Acknowledge both of those energies and just ask the question, are they same or are they different?
I get that they're different.
Yeah. So joy is the operating state of being when you're a being without a body. There's no other possibilities. You're just joy. That is the essential state. Joy is not a feeling, it's not an emotion, and it's not a thought. Happiness is the result of feelings, emotions, and thoughts. I know, it's kind of a mind scrambler, eh?
Can you expand a little bit more on that?
Sure. Happiness is more of a conclusory state where when your feelings, and let's say you're having feelings that you actually approve of, you're having emotions that you love, and the thoughts are, oh my God, this is all going to work out right. The resultant factor of that is happiness.
Okay.
It's something that only exists on Earth. Now, joy is just a state of being that has no pre-qualifiers. It's just the state of no point of view about anything. And
I got that joy included my body way more than happiness.
Yeah. Well, how much does joy include everything?
Yeah, well, joy is just, and happiness was like, it was a nice energy, but it was like something that was outside of my body.
Yeah. And often,
same for me. Yes, it was that the joy was like, wow, the very present energy, and then the happiness was like lower harmonics, like there, but like yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So does that answer your question?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And, and that's a great question, by the way. So can we all ask our bodies to show us the no point of view joy space that they be when we're willing to lower all of our points of view and surrender to the pure consciousness, pure unadulterated consciousness that bodies be? And everything that doesn't allow that, can we destroy and uncreate time as God's own? Good, bad, right or wrong, pocket pod, only shorts, boys, would be awesome. How about, do you guys know how to do energy pulls with your body?
No.
Right. Okay. Should we do one? This is a fun exercise. So, everyone, ask your body, and ask Judy's mouth. Okay, you're unmuted. Judy's mouth, talk to us, sing to us, please. Okay, because your mouth's part of your body, so we love your mouth too. I'm just saying. Ask your body, what would it like you to contribute energy to that'll create more for the both of you? Put that energy out in front of you as a bubble. What was that? Did you get that, or does someone need a repeat?
No, got it.
Okay. And acknowledge the parts of your body that are having elevated sensation as you do it. And allow your body to start contributing to the energy in front of you and the future of you with your body. And let's do some 1, 2, 3s. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And let's do some 1, 2, 3, 4s now. 4s are to all the new possibilities in the future that haven't shown up. And they're also to destroying all the old possibilities that no longer serve you, but you haven't been aware of till now, that you can get rid of them. The things you asked for a long time ago or in previous lives that have no relevance to you now. So those all get destroyed and all the new possibilities show up on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Same. That's a great one. That one creates a tremendous amount of attitude between me and my body to do that one. I'll often forget, but man, what was my quote? I had a post here earlier today. Let me read this one really quick that's relevant to our call. And it was basically, it said, imagine trying to be in this world without a body. How grateful are you now to have a body of your own?
Yeah.
Yay! Like a minion! All right, we got any more questions? Bodies.
I've got a question.
Yeah. What's up?
Maybe it's a point of view, but when I receive the bath, I feel nothing in my body. And when I receive, you gave me 2 SOP sessions, and I didn't feel in my body, but I know I am still receiving the SOP session. I know because things are still arriving in my life, and things are changing. So I receive, I know, but I have no sensations in the body.
Uh-huh. So you're not feeling anything. Or is it sensations?
I am not feeling energy. Lots of people say they feel the bars, and I don't feel anything. That's
okay. So ask me a question here, and I'll see what we can change.
I have to ask a question.
You could ask, "What is this?"
Yes.
Does that sound good? What is this absence of sensation and feeling I'm experiencing?
Is that my body can receive lot of energy?
Well, this is a great point. This is the difference between feelings and emotions and sensations and sensorial awareness. So there's sensation, and then there's feeling. Feelings are a creation. Sensations are the awareness of the body. So my question to you is, when you're on the bus, how much of what you're aware of is everyone else's no way, no how I'm going to feel, I'm going to have emotion, or are you going to get into my world in France? A lot or a little? How much do people look at you in the eyes when you're walking down the street? Often or rarely? Well, I noticed in France, it was like, holy mackerel, France, Spain, Italy, nobody, they're just like, hands down, yep, nope, gonna get to my destination. And it's very different than the United States in many ways. And I'm sure it's different in different cultures, but how much of that are you aware of that you're trying to make a wrongness about you? A lot or a little?
Hello.
A lot, okay. Everything that doesn't allow you to destroy and uncreate that and give it back to all the other people, can we destroy and uncreate it now? Times a godzillion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, bad, right or wrong, pocket pod, all night, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So how cool is it that your body can actually give you more sensorial awareness about the bodies around you than you could have had as a being without a body? That's pretty cool. Does that like make you want to like sit down and just have a conversation and ask your body, so how'd the day go? I'm curious, man. You were doing all kinds of things. I don't know where the hell I was, but I'd really like to know more. Everything that doesn't allow the joy, that's joy. That is joy. Right? That's your body going, yay! Everything that is destroying, I create time to that thing.
Yes.
Bad, right or wrong, puck and pod, all night, shorts, boys, and girls. So, Tekla, did that change anything for you, or is there more?
It changed.
Yeah, you lighter or heavier?
Light.
I didn't feel anything with bars for like 3 years, so I don't really know what it was, but I didn't make it a big deal just because I had a lot going on. I didn't have time to make it a big deal. So would you be willing to be interesting point of view about whether you're feeling anything or you're sensing any energy moving, and see what changes?
Okay.
Because so much of our metaphysical world wants you to have some big swooning, emotional, wow, colorful, purple smoke coming out your ears experience. But in reality, I'm not sure any of that makes a fuckwad of difference. Right?
So, wow. So, Matt, is our body what gives us awareness? Is our body the tool of the awareness, like the instrument of awareness?
Yes, it's your sensorial instrument for this world. everything that you can get from this world comes through your body. That's a
So really our body is basically in oneness with everything, regardless whether our being is. Right?
So cool.
Yes and no. Yes, if we had no point of view, it would be total, unadulterated, conscious communion and connection with everything. But since our bodies have so few points of view, they're okay if we bring points of view to the table that actually hurt it or make it age or kill it or are not nurturing for it. They're like, okay, how much better does it get? I don't know what that equivalent would be in bodies. Yeah. So have you ever seen somebody that walks really rigidly before? You know, you're watching them, they look like they're a stick person as they're walking. There's not like a lot of motion and ease of movement in their body. Okay, so that's an example of the body being totally okay to take on the absolutely solidified points of view of the being that's being with it right now.
Okay.
So the body's okay if it dies at 40 and it's stiff and rigid and falling apart and can't be aware of anything, because bodies are more like, as I said, like horses or dogs. They take on all your points of view, and they mirror them back to you, and they never question fuck all. Until, or if, you're willing to start soliciting and inviting your body to bring questions to you so you can receive them, then it can really start contributing to your life like exponentially.
Can you give me an example of a question?
Sure. Let's say you have a point of view of that your body's too heavy or you have too much mass, you're getting fat. So if you're not asking your body, what can we do with this? What else is possible? Is this okay with you? Then there's not a lot that can happen really fast without actually doing what the rest of the world's already told you. Exercise hard, turn up your molecular burn rates and all that kind of stuff. But if you were to ask your body and just say, okay, being a little chubby, is there something else we can do with this? And really lower your barriers to the world around you, and that will lower your internal barriers between you, the being, and the body.
Great. Awesome.
That works?
I'll just write that down.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Can I add something to that?
Sure.
I think it was probably like a month ago. I was like truly upset, and I was getting sick even. Like I was having fever and all kind of stuff. And then I went for a walk, and I was really in communion with the earth at that moment. And then I asked, what would it take to include my body in my creations? And everything changed right away. Like I didn't have fever anymore. Everything was just changed. So even if you look at some of the questions that we do, is what energy, space, and consciousness give me and my body. When you are inviting your body to be in anything that, whatever it is that you're trying to change, it does make a difference. It really does.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. So there's the question to all molecules in space, as Maria was speaking to. And then sometimes you need to actually bring that question to your body and say, hey, body, I'm ready to start, being in a conversation with you that I haven't been before. Are you aware this is possible? Do you get, I'm lowering all my defenses so that we can have more? And what do you know that I need to know so we can make this easy and generative and amazing? I mean, how many times have you met someone and there is such an intensity of presence with them that it literally makes you uncomfortable enough that you almost want to just leave? That is the communion of being in body. And most of the time, we're like, oh my God, and we're like, and you want to run away. And that's how this world has created the poor and the rich and the negative and the positive and all that. It's only allowing people who don't give a shit about anything to embody that much presence with their body. So what have you made vital?
So, yeah.
Oh,
So can you do a clearing on that so we can bump that up a bit?
Sure.
Our ability to be intense, to want to be intense with our body?
Mm-hmm.
You
Or
want
with
the Pokémon
whatever.
pot, Judy?
What?
He wanted us to Pock and Pod the last one. Pock and Pod, all that is. Good, bad, red, wrong. What have you made vital, valuable, and real to never reach the levels of intensity that body
Cool.
will create total presence and awareness between you both? Between you as a couple. That one is for you.
Can you send that out on the chat?
No.
How about
Please?
run it a few times too? What have you made vital, valuable, and real to never reach the level of intensity that your body knows will create total presence and awareness between you and it couple? And everything that comes up around that, can we destroy and uncreate times without zone?
Yeah.
Good, right around Pock and Pod, all 9 shorts, boys and beyond. There you go. What have you made vital, valuable, and real to never choose? Oops, I said reach there. Let's put in choose there. What have you made vital, valuable, and real to never choose the levels of intensity that your body knows will create total presence and awareness between you and it as a couple? And everything that comes up around that, can we destroy and uncreate times of God's own?
Whoop, whoop, yeah.
Good, bad, right or wrong, Pock and Pod, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow, it's amazing what changing one word will do. Good. What have you made vital, valuable, and real to never choose the levels of intensity that your body knows will create total presence and awareness between you and it as a couple? Everything that comes up around that, can we destroy and uncreate times of God's own?
Yeah.
Good.
Wow, cool.
Right or wrong, Pock and Pod, all 9 shorts, boys, and beyonds. Whoa, it's getting hot in here. Okay. What have you made vital, valuable, and real to never choose the level of intensity that your body knows will create total presence and awareness between you and it as a couple? Everything that comes up around that, can we destroy and uncreate times of God's own? Good, bad, right or wrong, Pock and Pod, all 9 shorts, boys, and beyonds. Wow. Just even getting elevated here. So what have you made vital, valuable, and real to never choose the level of intensity that your body knows will create total presence and awareness between you and it as a couple? A coupling. As a conscious coupling. Oh, God, there's so much conscious coupling. That's even weirder. There's a lot of charge around the word conscious. And you and it as a conscious coupling. And can we destroy and uncreate everything that comes up around that times of that saying? Good, bad, right or wrong, Pock and Pod all night. Shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay.
Wow, and that includes the earth.
Exactly. Thanks for that. That is the earth. That's the same thing. So anytime you're trying to create communion with your body, there's the same possibility with the earth. Yeah. I mean, do the birds think they're any different than the air they fly through and the water they fly over? Are they in total communion with it?
Total communion.
Yeah.
Actually, it's communion. It's not coupling, conscious communion.
Yeah. Everything that brings up.
Wow.
Right, I create times of God. Zillion. Thanks for that. Conscious communion. That is a great example of conscious communion. Thank you, Judy.
Thank you, Matt.
You're
Woo!
my head getting all
That's awesome.
together. Yeah. So what have you made vital, valuable, and real? To never choose the levels of intensity that your body knows will create total presence, total awareness between you and it as a conscious community. Everything that brings up, can we just I'd say.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I've been looking for this one for a long time.
Yeah. Good, bad, right or wrong, pocket pod, all 9 shorts, as beyonds. I'm gonna record that for you guys and put it on a loop for this call. And Albana,
Right on.
did I say that correctly, Albana? Or is it Albana? She just says, wow, awesome creation. Thank you. Great. Wow, that opened up all kinds of little holes in the future. How much more of those could we have? Possibilities.
Yeah.
The communion.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go ride a horse right now. How interesting. Or I would say
you are a horse.
Ooh, this sounds like a possibility for
we are horses.
How about a herd of humans in communion?
Yeah, wow.
Can you imagine
Cool.
a room full of 100 people that had no point of view about sexuality or relationship or any of the distractors, and they're all totally naked and they're all totally present and totally intensely present with each other. Nobody's touching either, but everyone's totally intensely present with each other. Wow.
Rather be outside, I think.
Yeah. Well, how much of that is your new awareness of your body too? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're getting close to rounding up here. Is there any other questions you guys had that were burning questions you had?
Actually, for me, it's like I want to thank you all, including me, for the presence. And it's 2:20 in the morning for me, and I'm so thankful that my body was awake for no reason at all, and it found its way in the last minute to that call. Really, literally, I was like, okay, wow, cool. Thank you, buddy. Thank you all. Really, thank you.
Yeah, gratitude's mutual for sure, Albana. Yeah.
I just have a few announcements before everybody goes.
Oh, sure.
So if you would like more of what we just have to create more communion and contribution between you and your body, Matt is doing a 4-part telecall, and it's called Your Body, Your Primary Life Partner. So we will send the information in the link with the replay and on the email, and it's $98. And the other thing is, I don't know if you're interested, but we are having a bars and foundation here in Denver. I don't know if we're going to do it online or not, but I don't know. You guys are invited, and it's on May 19th.
Yeah, this one's live. Actually, it's in Denver.
Okay, cool. I didn't know it was only live. And then something else is, if you are more curious about what possibilities you have with your body and anything else, actually Matt is offering a mini symphony of possibilities sessions remotely or in person for 30 minutes, and it's going to be $175. And one last thing is, if you are already a bars facilitator or you are looking to be one, Matt is offering a 15 minutes facilitation just for free, to get your business started and, check out the energetics of it.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested, please feel free.
Yeah, thanks for that, Maria. The other piece about the free facilitation that I'm doing for bars, facilitators, or practitioners is I really want to give any kind of possibilities I can to help start creating their access future possibilities. And I know I probably spent a couple years just waiting to actually get my first bars class rolling when I started. I didn't know why, but I mean, with some of us other folks who have been who have gotten through that, and we've got a rhythm going with our classes. I'd love to help you. So if you need a few minutes to clear anything you want about it, call me, PM me on Facebook. Let's set something up and see what we can do to get your brilliance out there and get you creating. There's a tremendous amount of possibility for that you can create for other people by choosing that. So
awesome.
Thanks for all being on the call. God, I appreciate you guys, and I will be hosting a audio replay for the call shortly thereafter, and we'll give you some of the link information on that in your mail. So
cool.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Maria, Judy, Alvena.
Okay,
Thank you, everybody, for your contribution.
My body
Go
and me
have
say
fun.
goodbye.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
One more.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.